swing to the top, and we'll stop there.
Okay.
Okay, so now what's happening first, all right? Your sequencing is just a little bit out of order.
Okay.
Okay, so now you are essentially starting your arms down,
Right.
and then your hips are kind of following through.
Right.
Okay, so when our arms are in front of our body, what that tends to allow us to do is rotate that face shut. So our arms get in front of our body, and therefore it rotates that face shut, and then our lower body comes through after the fact, and then that's going to cause the face to be shut at impact, and that's going to cause the ball to go a little bit left. Okay. So what I want you to think of is I want you to think of a closed position coming into the ball. So essentially what we're trying to think of...
So you want me to feel like I'm doing this?
Yes, well essentially I want your shoulders to be closed as your hips start to open.
Oh, gotcha. So you want my shoulders behind everything?
Correct. All I want is your sequencing to get a little bit better. So I want hips and then shoulders. So this next swing, let's think hips and then shoulders.
All right.
Beautiful. Beautiful swing there. And that ball actually had a little tail to the right there. So, listen. All right, so Rich, first thing we're going to look at is going to be your alignment here.
Okay.
All right, so let's go ahead and set up to the ball like you typically do. Have you used alignment rods? Do you have them in your bag?
I practice with them, yeah.
Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and set up.
I never use them with the golf course, though, because that'd be a violation of the rules.
Yes, it would. Yes, it would. Smart man. All right, so what are we aiming at right here, Rich?
Blue flag.
Blue flag? Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and first get one down on our feet here.
I'm going to guess it's aimed left of right of the flag, because I always set up closed.
All right.
Not on purpose, but...
No worries. Okay, go ahead and set up just like you have.
Okay.
It's actually pretty darn good there, Rich.
Is it really?
Not bad.
I'm not aimed right of the flag?
Yep. So you're aimed just left of it.
Okay, good.
Yeah, so it's actually not close. So let's go ahead and set up to that ball.
Okay.
And then we're going to check the shoulders too. See how that plane's going. And it actually looks like your shoulders are close to the target.
Yeah. This is better?
No, right about here. Right about here. So you were here a little bit.
All right.
All right, but right about here. So now, what a closed shoulders. All right, so you have good path on your feet are set up perfectly, just left of the target where we want them.
Okay.
But then your shoulders are closed, and so typically what that's going to start, or what that's going to create, is actually a draw.
Okay.
With your golf swing. So we actually could fix your problem right away with the setup, and we'll see how that affects your ball flight afterwards.
Okay.
All right, so now let's go ahead and set up to the ball like you always do. And then what I want you to do, I want you to just open those shoulders a tiny bit.
Okay.
And so let's not do it with the lower body, just the shoulders.
No, I know. I got to consciously think about that.
I know it's tough. All right, and that's perfect right there. And from there, let's take a few swings. Beautiful.
Major.
Beautiful. Okay, well, let's start. All right, so first thing, and I'm going to bring the camera over here and show the viewers what we did. So the first thing that I did is we painted these blue lines here. And now what this is going to dictate, this is just going to give us a reference so we know where we want our path to go, and then we can talk about club face from that point. But I painted this here for Rich's reference so that we could really focus on our club path. Let's get you guys back here in the spot. Okay, let's get you lined up good. Another thing that we did, Rich, is we put a red stake there on the left.
Okay.
And we'll put a white stake on the right. That's another thing that we're going to use for reference.
Okay.
As far as our path and where we want our ball to start and where we want our ball to finish. All right, so naturally you play a draw already. And so from what I saw, the draw that you've been playing is actually a club path that starts off straight. So our ball is starting straight to the target, and then it's curving to the left. So that means we got a path that's straight and a club face that's close. Okay, so let's go ahead and just hit our normal shot, and then we'll take a look at it.
Now that's adjusted a little bit with your change to my.
Oh, so what are you hitting now? Ever since we made that adjustment, are you starting to see it straighter?
It's just pretty darn straight.
Okay.
Unless I miss it from a timing perspective.
Yeah.
It's a higher ball flight than I had before slightly.
Okay.
And it's pretty darn straight.
Okay, then let's just go ahead and hit one straight. And that's going to be a club face that goes straight, that's square, and then a path that goes straight as well. You're not kidding. That's a good swing there. All right, so that path was dead straight, and that club face was perfectly square.
Okay.
So it gave us a straight ball flight right at the blue flag there. That's a good shot there. Okay, So now one thing I want you to incorporate, and these are going to be obviously the ball flight laws themselves. So we know that right now you have a straight path.
Right.
All right. And a straight path with a closed club face is going to do what?
It's going to start straight and then draw to the left.
Okay. And then obviously with an open club face, it's going to do what?
It'll start straight and curve to the right.
Okay, perfect. So now we have a draw that starts off dead straight at target and then curves to the left. So now we know we need to aim that one a little bit right to bring it back to the target we
Okay.
want. Okay, so now let's go ahead and let's swing along this path, all right? But we're
Okay.
going to set up to swing along that path,
Right.
all right? And now let's shut the club face just in our grip just ever so slightly, all right? In
All
the
right.
same swing, this should produce a ball flight that starts off straight and draws to the left.
Okay.
Beautiful, beautiful. Good swing there, good swing. All right, now next thing we're gonna do the exact opposite. Okay, so now let's go ahead and aim down to the left. So we're gonna
Okay.
aim along this line and let's slightly open that club face in our hands.
That look all right, Ben?
That looks good. And remember those shoulders. Let's open those shoulders. Beautiful.
Wow.
Nice.
That's
Okay.
fun.
So now that started off at our target and that faded off to the right.
Yeah.
And I'm playing fades. I'm not doing any more adjustments. I'm not focusing on path. I'm not focused on anything. I'm focusing on the club face and what that's doing. That's the simplest way to move the golf ball left or right.
Okay.
You have a swing path that is perfectly straight.
Right.
And that is hard to obtain these days. All
Well,
right?
I'm pretty darn good.
Yeah, I would say so. So this straight path is beautiful because now all we have to do is slightly open our club face
Okay.
or slightly close our club face in order for us to shape the ball.
Yeah.
Beautiful. All right, Rich, now we're going to have a little drill because I know you said practice is boring, so we got to make practice fun. Okay, so now this whole thing is aimed directly at the blue flag.
Right.
All right, so we're going to play a little game, and you're going to keep points here. All right, so this game, we just want to shape it towards the flag, but we don't want to shape it past the flag.
Okay.
So meaning, if we want to hit a draw, we're going to aim right at this flag,
Okay.
and we're going to draw it, but we want the draw to end up right at the flag as well.
Okay.
All right, so we want it to be right at the flag, but it needs to draw and end still right at the flag. So we never want to overdraw it, because when we're playing our shots out on the golf course, if we are playing a draw into this target, that means there's something on the left we want to avoid.
Gotcha.
Okay, so we want to draw it towards the flag, but we don't want to go past it.
Okay.
All right, and for every one of those you do, you get a point. And then once you get 10 points, you're all done. Next week,
Okay.
today we worked on ball flight a little bit, and you have the drill down pat. Actually, you didn't miss a single shot when trying to shape it back to the target, so maybe give yourself a little more challenge, and you can really kind of narrow those gaps a little bit and try to land it in a certain target point because I mean, you ace that drill.
Right.
And then also, last time when we did short game last week, I challenged you to utilize different clubs. Let's continue doing that.
Okay.
All right, so you can develop a little bit more feel with that. And then lesson number 1 that we did a couple weeks ago, we really focused on your alignment. And what was really we needed to work on was your shoulder alignment.
Okay.
And so make sure you're still doing that. And then also sequencing, which you said you have no problem with right now.
No, I feel
and
very
based
good
on
about it.
those swings that you made, I mean, some improvements have been made, some big improvements.
Awesome.
So good work. I hope you're seeing results out on the golf course if you're ever getting out to the